Hello, it's Jennifer. Today is Thursday, March 30th, and last night I went ahead and started some new corn since Bird, I think, finished off the rest of my corn. So I have to plant new corn. Anyhow, so I'm trying this time the Bi-licious hybrid, which is a two-tone corn, yellow and white. And the stalks are supposed to get 6 to 7 feet, and the ears of corn are supposed to get to 8 to 9 inches. So I've planted 24 in hopes of getting 16. Last night I also planted some Thai hairy basil, red Reuben basil, licorice basil, red Freddy, holy basil, and serrata. Oh, and also Persian basil. And then I also planted another tray of the alpine strawberry, this time the red variety, since the yellow variety is growing pretty well. These take a long time to grow from seed, so the strawberries I have outside now are probably 6 months along. So here's what's left of my corn. I don't think that 3 stalks of corn is enough for proper pollination to get actual ears of corn. So I think this time I'm going to allow the corn stalks to grow maybe 5 to 6 inches before replanting them outside. So I want to make sure that they're big enough to withstand the pill bugs and aren't dependent upon the seed anymore for growth and nutrition. So kind of defeating. So 2 times trying the corn, but maybe the 3rd time will be the charm. So it looks like the German green tomato has established itself. It's looking good. I planted these last year, but I think I mislabeled them because the tomatoes that came up that I had labeled German green turned red. So they were good tomatoes nonetheless. Ooh, my 3rd generation Juliet looks like it's going to be a monster. It's been growing a lot in the past few days. Look at the size of the leaves. Very nice. So I've been working really hard to pinch the suckers off of this one. Oh look, it already has flower buds. I wonder if I should clip those off. I don't know, because the 2nd generation of this plant only grew to be about 2 feet tall, and it had a bunch of branches and a whole lot of fruit. So this might be normal for this particular tomato or whatever ancestor dropped out of this tomato. But nonetheless, it's a plant that I really like the look of. It's so bushy and squat. And then over here is the newly planted black Crim. And it's looking very nice and green and healthy. So hopefully it stays that way. So I've grown black Crim before, but the plants were always unhealthy, spindly, and produce small fruits. But hopefully now that I've got them in a bed that goes to the ground, they can dig their roots in deep and make for a strong and sturdy plant. There's now some fruit on the Lizzano tomato plants. Lizzano is a cherry variety of tomato. And here's a little guy. There's another little guy over there. So I think this plant has reached its full mature height. This is a determinate plant, so it's putting out its flowers now. And I guess in a month or so, I will have cherry tomatoes to eat. I'll give this guy some extra love and nutrition and water. Oh look, I missed this. Bigger tomato. Sweet. I'm a little concerned about these big mama tomatoes. So far they're growing up very spindly. I'm not sure whether there's anything to be done about that, but it just doesn't look like it's going to be able to support big tomatoes. Here's another one, looking quite spindly. Yesterday I tried a new setup for the shading. So I am using stakes and this shade cloth tarp that has grommets in it, so I can connect it to the stakes with these little ball ties. I like the way this looks much better than what I had before, less of a kludge. There's also some side accessibility for me to get at my plants, although I can get them at them through the front too, because the ball ties are really easy to unfasten and refasten. But the plants are looking good. The tomato, wow. I really love these little short bushy tomatoes. And they're compact like this. They look so friendly. You can say that about a plant, but yeah, it looks kind of like a little tomato jungle in here. Very pretty. Looks like the patio princess, which is tangled up in this pea plant, is doing quite well. Is very tall now, so before I couldn't see it, now I see it peeking up at the top. It's also very sweaty, so it's a happy plant. Good. And I think that's another patio princess. And then the one I showed before, that's called Power Pops. So, oh, lots of peas too. And it looks like the peppers are doing pretty well too. And here's my latest gigantic head of lettuce. It seems that I can only grow lettuce in gigantic. We're kind of inundated now with lettuce. We've been eating a lot of salad. We even had salad for breakfast the other day. And here are my peppers. These peppers are kind of They haven't really been growing much. I don't know if they've taken. This one definitely looks like it hasn't taken, but we'll see. Also, the long beans are starting to sprout on the edge, so I'll put up some trellis or something for them to ride on. I had more. Oh, look who's hidden here in the basil. It's a volunteer tomato. Since it's in a good location, I'm just going to let this tomato be and see what comes up. I believe that last year in this position was a Lemon Boy tomato plant, so perhaps this is Lemon Boy. Although Lemon Boy had darker leaves, but we'll see. Anyhow, cute little guy. So here's an idea for people who are doing patio gardening. If you have a Daiso or a similar dollar store next to you, you can buy these little laundry baskets. At Daiso, I believe these are $2 or $3 each, and you can use them as little shade tents for your plants. So this guy seemed to be particularly distressed by the sun, so I put a little shade tent over it. I'm probably going to get some more of these to shade the rest of my potted plants. This is my favorite corner of the yard, where the 2 strawberry buckets are and where the carpet of strawberries spills out all over this area. And in the background is a prehistoric looking artichoke and a little sage plant and the bushy rosemary. Yep. I really like the way this looks, and I love it, especially now that the strawberries are blooming. So pretty. Although I am kind of afraid of the bees when they come around, so I stay out of this area while they're doing their foraging. So I've never actually raised onions before. I've only raised the bunching onions, but these are onions, and how do I know when they're done? I mean, they look really big, but I don't know if they're done, or is there something I need to do to make them done? So anyhow, they're big and beautiful, and I'll probably start eating the greens, but I just wish I knew when they're done. So this is a fail. I tried planting that parsley in the wine barrels here, and it just looks limp and angry. It's still green though, but I wonder if it's ever going to stand up. I'll give it a few more days to see whether it's going to live here or not. And here's some lettuce leaf basil. I decided to try it in a shady area to see if it grows better here. It turns out everything that likes to chew on leaves loves this lettuce basil. So for now, it also is a good, I guess, distraction plant. So, you know, the leaf eaters prefer to eat this than my other plants, and I'm fine with that because I can always grow this kind of basil, this lettuce leaf basil, indoors, away from the bugs. Looks like I've got the first fruit on this tomato plant, which I can't remember which one this is. It looks like it's a round tomato, so it's not aroma type. Well, I'll figure it out later. But yay, fruit. So apparently there's an infestation of these long-legged winged bugs in San Diego County. Every morning that I come out to my greenhouse for the past week, there's just been a bunch of these little guys flying around and bumping stupidly against the plastic. So, I don't know. They're annoying, but they're harmless. But I don't want to go in here with them.